Hi, welcome back to another gadget report. Let's talk gadgets, and we close this month of August talking about my favorite airline, or at least one of my favorite airlines. Yes, I'm talking about British Airways and about their amazing program of also their pilot training program, that is. So come with me and let's see what is British Airways up to. So, let's talk about speedbirds. Let's talk about British Airways. You know, I love British Airways. It's definitely one of my favorite airlines. And I'm very excited to report about this. Um, the season had opened a few months back. I apologize, I did not report back then. I'm a little lagged onto things these days. I've been very busy, but I didn't want to let it slide without me reporting nonetheless, and that's what I'm bringing it today. So, for the fourth year, British Airways has opened its fully funded pilot training at the Speedbird Pilot Academy. I think this is very, very good news. And if you are an aviation lover and if you love this business, if you really love aviation, you know that becoming a pilot is one of the hardest things, and mainly due to the cost. Of course, there's a lot of requirements, and it's obviously something that it's very, very specific, and you need to be very skilled, of course. But for the majority of people, what puts them off pursuing a career in aviation as a commercial pilot is definitely the costs involved into getting that training and into getting recognized as a qualified commercial airline pilot. So this is definitely good news. A press release published in April, so this is why I'm a little bit delayed on my reporting, and I apologize for that. Says that the airline is investing 18 million pound, that is about 34.4 million Australian dollars, to fund up to 160 places into the highly competitive Speedbird Pilot Academy. I think this is great news. A cost of 100,000 pound, about 191,000 Australian dollars per student over 2 years. So this is quite a significant investment from British Airways, but of course it is also something that the airline will benefit massively from, because obviously all these pilots will be eventually, or should I say, the ones that eventually finish the training, etc., will be eventually incorporated into British Airways and become British Airways pilots. The press release claimed that thousands of applicants are expected to apply for a place in this year's program. So this was a while back in April, and I believe that this was the case. So far, almost 50 pilots have come through this initiative. So this was in April, and it was at the very beginning of April that they did this press release. So, and there was already 50 pilots came through. The press release says that awareness of the program remains low, and that is a factor in the number of applicants. So this needs to be widespread, and more people need to know about this initiative, and probably they will get more participation. The airline wants to improve that awareness and give more people the chance to a career in aviation. Well, I'm trying to do my bit, but unfortunately I'm a little late, but I think it still does its job, because creating awareness about things like this it's always good because people will know that they exist and they will obviously keep an eye. And please keep an eye. I'm sure there will be another season opening sometime next year, maybe around April, but make sure you keep an eye. Enrollment has closed for the year now, of course. Applicants are required to present 6 GCSEs, so secondary education certificates for the UK, of grade A to C or 4 to 9, including maths, English language, and science or equivalent qualifications. So this is what is required for you to get in. Must be between 17 and 58 years of age and 18 years of age at the start of the training. So you must be a person of 18 years of age or above to obviously start that. Minors are not able to apply. They must also hold a passport that permits unrestricted worldwide travel. And you can see why. A pilot needs to travel everywhere, and if you go on and become a British Airways pilot and you are in the international operations, today you may be flying to the US, tomorrow or in 2 day times, or next week or something like that, you'll be flying maybe for Australia or somewhere else, and you need that passport to be valid, and you need to be able to have unrestricted travel through all these countries so you can do your job. So this is obviously a requirement if you want to be part of this process. The successful candidates will train with one of British Airways' approved training partners before being granted a spot at the Speedbird flight deck. And that obviously it's the ultimate goal. I cannot imagine something like this. I cannot imagine after going through all that training and eventually getting qualified and getting admitted to become a British Airways pilot. It's something, I think it's something that it's really I can't fathom something like that, honestly. I think I would be I can't describe it. So I'm very excited about that, and especially with British Airways. You know how much I love that the airline. I have very, very, very fond memories as a passenger, obviously, with British Airways. And I love to talk about British Airways in my channel. And when the airline has something nice like this, something positive as this to report, I will always be onto it, and I will always be telling you about. So one of the biggest deterrents for people to pursue a career as a commercial pilot, and I just said that, is without a doubt the high costs of training. British Airways quoted some statistics in their press release that say that 24% of adults in the UK would consider a career as a commercial pilot if training was not that expensive and could be fully funded. So I think they definitely have a market for this. They definitely have people that would be willing to participate and become pilots if that cost is obviously withdrawn, if the airline would do that for them and the costs were not as high. Other airlines like Qantas have similar programs, and we need more initiatives like this, not only to make the profession more accessible, but also to get more pilots. Obviously, there's always that shortage of pilots, and of course, there's every year there'll be pilots that retire, and we need someone that is there that can replace them. So we are always in need of a constant inflow of pilots, because there's always as well a constant outflow of pilots that retire and need to be replaced. I think it is important that we keep the industry going. It is important that airlines like British Airways, Qantas, great airlines that have great reputation in terms of safety, in terms of pilot training, and Qantas definitely it's one of the airlines that always been regarded as one of the best airlines for pilot training. Qantas pilots have always been regarded as some of the best trained pilots in the world, and we know that. And British Airways is also really well regarded in terms of pilot training. So it is important that these airlines keep these programs going, not just to, of course, keep the industry going, but also because there are so many people that love this industry, that would love to become a pilot, and their dreams are basically shattered because they cannot afford to go through the process of pilot training. They cannot afford the high costs of training. Um, I understand also that for the airlines, it's a massive cost as well. And the press release in this case says that the airline is investing 100,000 pound, which would be 191 Australian dollars, 1,000 Australian dollars, that is, per student. So that's a massive investment. But for the airline, is some investment that will get them some return. They will get pilots at the end of the process. They will get some pilots. For a person, that investment is is prohibitive. You kind of think, no, I cannot afford something like this. It's too much. It's really, really very expensive. So we need more airlines to do something like this. Definitely, I'm pretty sure this program will continue, and British Airways will continue. I'm gonna have a look about Qantas. I'm sure Qantas will be announcing something like this soon as well, because I know Qantas also has pilot training programs in Australia, and they have the training facility in Queensland, I think it is, and also in Melbourne. So I'm pretty sure there will be something announced by Qantas as well. I know they have. I'm not 100% sure if the Qantas program is 100% funded, like the case of British Airways, but I know that they also have pilot training, of course. And this is really important for the industry, for the sustainability of the industry, for the quality of our pilots, and for I think this is good in all levels, because adequately trained pilots mean sustainability for the industry, safety, because we know that we are in good hands, and a well-trained pilot is less likely to make mistakes, of course. Not that well-trained pilots are immune to mistakes. We all make mistakes, but a well-trained pilot may be able to deal with more stressful situations and certain situations because of the training that they've got. And we have several instances where claims where people have said, well, if this pilot didn't work for this airline and didn't have the training that they had, this would have ended up in totally differently. And we had several instances where things like that were said. So I think this is also a very good thing for that as well. For the sustainability of the industry, obviously, and for the quality of our pilots. We need airlines to be involved and get more of these programs going. This is a boost not only to British aviation, but aviation in general, obviously, because we want more pilots. We really need more pilots. So I'm very excited about this. I hope you are excited as well. Have you enrolled in this program? Let us know. Put a comment below. I want to hear from you. That's all for today. I hope you like this news. Once again, I apologize because obviously you cannot enroll anymore for this British Airways program because it was back in April. But keep an eye because every year British Airways opens the season again. I will be obviously looking out, and maybe next year I will be doing a video in the right timing, even before, so you know you can apply. And I hope you liked the video. If, as I said, if you applied and you are now being trained as a British Airways pilot, let us know about your experience. How is it? And of course, my best wishes for everyone, for all the students that got admitted to this wonderful program. I hope you have a wonderful season at the in training, and soon we can see you piloting one of our speedbirds. That would be fantastic. If you have any other topic that you would like me to discuss in these gadget reports, please comment below as well, and I will be very happy to accommodate your topic and maybe do a video about it. Before I go, I would like to, you know, put a like and subscribe the channel with a little click on the bell so you get a notification of a new gadget report every week. Before I go, I would like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next week. Have a good one and fasten your seatbelts. We are about to hit some turbulence. Bye.